Kung ano yung
Okay,
point
no
mo, you
problem.
just have to
Okay, no problem. Kasi ito kasing problema kagabi. We were having live with Ibanag. Tapos napag-usapan namin si Sai. Tapos napag-usapan namin yung red tagging. 'Di ba sinabi ko na sa iyo noon na hindi ako agree na normalize yung red tagging kasi nga hindi pina-follow yung tamang proseso
ano
ng
ang tamang
pagno-normal.
proseso?
Oh, we have intel, 'di ba? We have intel. Sila ang may karapatan mag-process ng mga ganyang klaseng red tag. Paano natin identify yung mga NPA na to? Ang tanong
Are
ko lamang
are
kasi,
private people covered by that process?
I'm sorry.
Are private citizen covered by that process that you are talking about?
What do you mean by private citizens that are covered by that process?
You said there is a process when doing an investigation. When doing an
Oo.
investigation, there is a process. And investigation is being done by who? Sino
Ito
gumagawa
yung
ng investigation?
naitalaga ng gobyerno natin.
Okay, very good. Which are military and the police, right? So they follow
Correct.
process. Okay, very good. Okay, now, the question is, are the private citizen covered by that process? Do they have to follow
Bakit
the
bakit
process of
mo I
policemen
don't
in
understand. I don't
do,
understand, Ate Joey, bakit natin isasali yung private citizen? Doon tayo
hindi ikaw
mag-focus
nagsabi eh. Ikaw nagsabi
No,
na hindi yung
hindi yun
nagre-rentag
ang
na private
sinasabi
citizen,
ko.
hindi sumusunod
It,
sa
it,
proseso.
Itong sinasabi ko Ate Joey, oh. Kasi, sabi ko, agree ako sa pinaglalaban ng gobyerno natin, ang mga programa nila para kontra NPA. Agree ako dyan, suportado tayo dyan. Ang hindi ako agree is itong mga nagtitiktok, mga followers nyo, yung mga viewers nyo, you fail to educate them na wag tayo basta-basta mang-red tag.
I
Di ba?
I am educating them to red tag without violating any law.
You are educating them to normalize red tagging. So
Yes, yes, exactly. You already
kung
know
ganyan
that.
pala, kung
Oh,
alam mo kung yan pala yung yung argument mo na mang-red tag tayo ng basta-basta kasi nagsalita ka against
hindi,
Duterte,
Bella, Bella,
bakit
Bella, you're
meron
not
pa tayong
listening.
intel?
You're not listening, Bella. I am educating my audience on how to red tag people without violating the law. So, hindi yun basta-basta. So, ibig sabihin, if
O
mang-red tag kayo,
paano nila
wait,
ire-red tag
wait
yung
lang, let me
tao?
finish,
Wait
Bella.
lang, Bella.
Let me finish, Bella.
Okay.
You red tag people, kasi meaning yun ng red tag, pag nagtanong kami, red tagging na yun eh, di ba? Asking question is not is not a crime. You do something that is espousing the values of the terrorists, the CPP, NPA, NDF, you do something like that and you ask, NPA ka siguro, no? There's no violation in that. Okay,
Okay,
now,
I get that.
this is what you have to understand,
Legally,
Bella.
Bella, legally.
This is what you have to understand, Bella. You have to dissect your problem. There are two ways of red tagging na ine-espouse ng mga kagaya mo. Yung red tagging na ginagawa ng gobyerno at yung red tagging na ginagawa ng mga private citizen. Okay, now I'm using red tagging here, loosely I'm using red tagging here loosely. Kung baga kung paano nyo dinedefine yan, kung ano mang meaning nyo dyan, o sige, yun na yung pinag-uusapan nating red tagging dyan. Yun na siya. Okay, now,
Okay.
here's the thing, you do not understand your problem. Ang sinasabi mo, red tagging may proseso. So, bakit nagtatanong yung private citizen? Okay. Red tagging sa part ng government, you are talking about false accusation. Meaning, government people cannot accuse someone na miyembro siya ng CPP, NPA, NDF without proof. Okay. So,
Tama.
yun yung red tagging na tinutukoy nyo, di ba? Yun yung red tagging na
Tama.
tinutukoy nyo. Okay. And
Tama.
in doing that, Tito Bongot is explaining that it is not going to happen just like that because they have to follow process. Kasi
I
if
agree.
they're not going to follow process, it's going to be false accusation and they are going to be liable before the law. There is going to be a crime committed. Just like any other accusation that any person will do, if you are going to accuse without proof, you may be held liable sa mga sa crime na
Tama.
'yon, di ba? Okay. So,
I
yan
agree.
'yon.
I
Okay.
agree.
Okay, agree. That's one part of red tagging. Okay, so Yung mga government people, they have to follow procedures. They have to follow procedures because the investigation and all the governmental works, it requires following certain administrative procedure. However, you have private citizens here. Private citizens, they have freedom of speech. Private
Okay.
citizens, they have the right to ask questions, especially if those matters involve public interest. Do you believe that CPP and PA, NDF is a public interest? Is it
Yes,
a
it
public
is.
interest? Yes or no?
Yes, yes, it is. Wait lang,
Yes, it is a
mag-charge ako.
public interest. Therefore, the people can talk about it. Therefore, people can ask questions. Therefore, people have all the right to examine publicly, speculate whether or not you who is espousing Aus Duterte, you saying that, hey, aktivista, hindi terorista, ganyan-ganyan. People would have doubts in their minds because CPP, NPA, and DF operates in such a way that they are so covert that you would not be able to detect them, not unless you're going to ask them to denounce. Now,
Correct.
what is my basis in saying so? What is my basis in saying so? There had been so many former NPAs who are already saying and teaching us what an NPA cannot do is to denounce the organization. Ang NPA hindi niya kayang mag-denounce ng organisasyon niya. Bakit? There is some historical basis to this because the CPP, NPA, NDF have a culture of purging. Do you understand that? Do you understand that, Bella? What does it mean? Ang CPP, NPA, NDF, pinapatay nila ang kapwa nila in the slightest doubt that they are not loyal to the party. That's what they do. There is an ongoing case. There is an ongoing case before the RTC of, I think, Laguna, that is. Wherein there were mass graves that were found in different site doon sa mga kabundukan ng Laguna. Hindi ko alam kung saan doon exactly, pero ang jurisdiction napunta sa Laguna. Nakalimutan ko. Pero there are court records to prove it. And those bodies were actually retrieved by former NPA cadres going to the government, telling the government that in this location there are mass graves. Ito yung mga pinurge ng NPA. Ito yung mga pinatay ng mga NPA. Nasa mass grave siya. Because NPA cannot denounce. So that's why people are asking you. There is a basis on that. There is a historical fact to back it. So that's why a lot of people are asking questions. Now, if you do not want to answer, we cannot blame you. If you do not want to answer, we cannot force you to answer. However, people are going to have doubts. Diba?
Eh, hindi
Now,
naman yung hindi naman yung pinupunto. Bakit tayo kasi umaabot sa mga ganyan? We can talk about it sa iba namang time. Yung pinupunto ko lang kasi dito, sinasabi mo kanina, you are educating your followers and your viewers to red tag someone without violating the law. Tama?
exactly.
Yun ang sinasabi mo. Pero hindi naman yung ginagawa nila eh. They're not asking questions.
But,
They're not asking questions. They
Bella,
are accusing you directly.
Bella, if they are not
Yes,
asking you
yes po.
questions and you get offended by their questions, did I take away your remedy?
Well, wala
Did I
tayong
take away your remedy?
magagawa.
Natanggal ko ba yung karapatan mo na ipaglaban yung sarili mo when they ask questions? And you feel it is
No.
offensive? No!
No,
Then,
kasi yun lang
hila mo!
normalize mo
Anong
dito,
gusto mong
ate.
gawin ko? Anong gusto mong gawin ko?
Educate mo lang sila.
Hila mo.
Hindi mo sila in-educate eh. Yun yung problema. Hindi mo sila in-educate na wag ka ba. Gaya ng ginagawa ni Alvin. Do you think Alvin is asking the right question? No, he's
Bella,
not.
anong education sasabihin ko sa kanila? Education, sabihin ko, ay, wag yung apihin si Bella. Is
No,
that what you want?
hindi yan ang inibig ko sabihin.
Ano
Dapat
ibig mo sabihin?
sinasabihan mo dapat yung mga viewers at saka followers mo.
Bella, wait. I want you to explain slowly and clearly. I'll give you time. What is exactly you want me to do? Doon sa mga nagtatanong sa'yo. And why do you think it is reasonable? Bakit may bibigay sa akin yung burden? I want you to answer that. Game, explain.
Kasi una-una, ikaw nag-advocate ng NPA content dito, di ba?
Mm.
Pangalawa, gusto mong i-normalize yung red tagging by informing your followers and your viewers to red tag anybody na without violating the law. Okay? Pangatlo, ito
Red
na yung
tag anybody?
pinakapunto.
Ay, red tag anybody? Hindi yan, Bella. That red tagging is not a crime. You can ask questions, and if you red tag someone, you can do so with provided that it is not violating any. Sige,
Hindi
pwede naman,
ngayon, hindi
pwede naman.
ngayon ang ginagawa
Go, go,
nila.
go. Sige, pwede
Hindi
naman yun.
hindi yan hindi yan ang ginagawa nila. Pangatlo, they're not actually asking questions. They are
Hmm.
directly accusing you that you are NPA because you say or you criticize against Duterte.
Then what does that have something to do with me?
You failed to educate your followers and your viewers na
Oh.
guys, meron tayong tamang proseso. Yung ginagawa ba
Ano
ng mga
yung tamang
private
proseso?
citizens,
Ano yung tamang
yung
proseso?
sundin natin kung ano sinasabi ng gobyerno.
Ano?
Sundin
Ano?
natin
Ano?
ang
Ano
ginagawa ng
yung
intel
sinasabi ng
natin.
gobyerno?
Sino bang nakatalaga sa red tagging? Kayo or ang gobyerno?
Walang nakatalaga
Walang
sa red
nakatalaga.
tagging.
Walang nakatalaga sa ating Bella.
What is this intel for?
Hindi sila
Bella!
Huh?
That's why I'm always asking you to listen. What we did a
I'm
while ago,
listening
I
to you. You
explained
don't get
two
my point.
things.
Naglalatag ako ng mga sinasabi ko dito, pero
Mali
iba-iba yung
nga!
mga sinasabi
Mali nga,
nyo.
Bella! Yung
Mali
nilalatag
nga
ko
yung
mali.
argumento nyo. Mali
It's
ang argumento nyo.
wrong. You don't understand, Bella.
I do understand. It's you,
You
Ate Joey, na hindi
don't.
mo naintindihan yung point
You don't,
ko.
Bella. You do not have any right to impute to me the actions of the people that listens to my live. Wala
Bakit
akong
hindi?
kontrol sa mga yan.
Ikaw ang advocate dito eh. Ikaw ang nagsasabi sa kanila. You failed to remind them.
Supervisor ako, Bella.
No,
Supervisor
you're
ako
not.
dito.
But you're advocating
Ah?
TikTok. Ikaw nag-advocate ng NPA red tagging dito.
Bella, ano pinagsasabi mo?
Ano pinagsasabi ko? Hindi mo na
Ano
nagigets yung
pinagsasabi
point
mo?
ko. Kung gusto mong mapadali ang trabaho pag-identify ng NPA, kasi yun advocacy, tinutulungan mo yung government. Okay?
Bella,
Tinutulungan mo yung government. Pero ang
Bella.
sinusunod nating proseso, yung proseso ni Alvin.
Ano yung proseso
Kapag
na, Alvin?
pag narinig niya nagsalita against Duterte, sabihin niya agad, you're NPA, i-red tag ang taong yan. Tama ba
Oh.
yon?
Ako nire-red-tag ko si
Tama
Lenny
yun.
Robredo. Nire-red-tag ko si Lenny Robredo.
No, hindi ko sinabi ni red tag mo si Lenny Robredo. That's why.
Kaya ako re-red-tagin
That's
ko
why.
siya. Re-red-tagin ko siya.
I-red tag mo. That's why. How are you going to red tag Lenny Robredo? May proof ka?
Yes! I
Do
have
you have
proof! Yes!
Where? Where is your proof? Show me.
Sige.
Show me your proof. That
naman, gusto dali-dali
Lenny
naman,
Robredo is NPA.
Yes, Lenny Robredo! I want
She is
Madam
not
Lenny
an
Robredo to
NPA.
explain.
She is not NPA.
Oh. Okay lang? Magsalita ako?
Oo, okay lang. Sorry.
Okay. Teka lang ha. Okay. I am red tagging Lenny Robredo because I think she has connections with CPP, NPA, NDF. The extent of that
Okay.
connection, I do not know exactly, but I want to know her participation, the extent of her participation and relationship with Joma Season because she accepted a speaking engagement, a political event at that, and they are both in that event. And they are both
That is
in that
fine because
event.
you're just asking
This is
question.
in
That's
Canada.
fine.
This is in Canada. This is in Canada and it was announced publicly in Facebook.
Okay.
So, anong problema natin dyan?
That's fine. If that's your definition of red tagging, you're just asking question, pero hindi yung pinupoint out ko. Ang pinupoint out ko dito, yung mga direct accusations. We're talking about we're talking about direct accusations. Kasi yung sinasabi niya, definition yung red tagging, nagtatanong ka kung NPA ka ba or hindi. Hindi nga yun ang ginagawa nila.
Bella,
di ba?
Ito lang tanong ko. Anong obligasyon ko sa'yo? Kaano-ano kita?
Wala kang obligasyon sa
Then why
akin,
are you
but you have
demanding
obligation.
why are you demanding that I
But
should
you
do
have
something about the people who are red
no,
tagging you?
ate. You have obligation as content
I do not
creator.
have
You have
obligation to you.
obligation to your viewers and your
I have
followers.
no obligation to you. So if
Kasi
people are hurting
padusan
your feelings,
sa
wala akong pake sa feelings
advocacy
mo,
nyo.
Bella. Wala akong pake
No,
sa
Same with
hindi
feelings
kayo
me.
mo.
nagkaintindihan. Hindi mo kasi
Hindi.
nakukuha yung punto ko.
Ma'am Joy,
Hindi. Ay, go,
bababa
sorry.
ako. I just want to say something. So, Bella, ulitin ko lang yung sinabi kagabi, hindi namin susundin yung sinasabi mo na we will educate people to stop red tagging when in the first place, yung red tagging na pinagsasabi natin, hindi tayo magkasundo kung ano ba talaga yan, yung extent. Kasi kagabi, sinabi mo kahit magtanong lang, red tagging ngayon, so bawal.
That's
Tapos ngayon,
malicious.
nagbigay ng example si Ma'am Joey. She was just asking. Tapos sabi mo, okay lang
Hindi
yan.
na red tagging yun.
Pero
Diba?
red tagging yun,
Kasi
yun
she
or hindi.
explained it to me. Kasi she explained it to me. Pero hindi lang pinupoint out ko. Ang pinupoint ko
So you
sa
want
kagabi.
everyone to
Bella, hindi po
explain to
pwede
you?
na Hindi po pwede na kung ano lang yung gusto mo eh. Kung ano maisip mo ngayon na definition na yun lang
Hindi din
yung
naman pwede. Hindi din naman pwede na sinabi, basta sinabi lang nila na NPA sila. Yun ang yung paniniwalaan ng tao. Kaya nga tayo may sariling
Are
batas
you
eh.
helpless, Bella? Are you
No,
helpless?
I'm not helpless. I'm
Oh,
explaining
hindi, you
myself. But
defend yourself.
you choose
Do
not
not
to
be,
understand me.
Yun na
You
nga,
choose
Bella,
not to
Hindi
you
ka
are
talaga
so
understand
namin
me, Joey.
aggressive.
maintindihan. Hindi ka talaga namin
Napakatapang mo, ang
maintindihan. Kasi ang duwag
tapang-tapang
mo.
mo.
Of
Tapos,
course, I have to defend
ipagtanggol lang yung
myself.
sarili mo, hindi mo kaya, kami pautusan mo, ipagtanggol yung sarili mo
Oo.
against this person. Kasi
Kayang-kaya niya,
Kayo
sabi mo,
nga ang
tapang-tapang mo sa akin kung
nagno-normalize. Kayo
ano-ano
ang content
sinasabi mo
creators
eh.
dito. Tumatawa pa kayo sa mga comment. Tumatawa pa kayo sa mga comment.
Nasasaktan
Inaano
ka.
nyo pa.
Okay
Nahurt
No,
na,
ka.
hindi
I'm
ako
out.
nasasaktan. What if Ate Joey may gustong magsalita? Hindi lahat ng tao kasing tapang mo, kasing tapang ko, kasing dadal ni
Go,
Stroke or ano.
Bella.
What if may mga tao gustong magsalita? Gusto
Oh.
magsalita,
Bababa
pero
na
hindi
ako.
nila kayang gawin kasi ire-red tag nyo. O ano
Bye
ka
po,
ngayon?
Walang
Joy,
ganun,
thank
Bella.
you.
Walang
Wala
ganun.
yan,
Gusto
wala
mo
yung
ba magawa tayo
patutunguhan.
ng kwento ni Ibanag sa
Sorry,
totoo?
Bella.
Wala tayong
Bye.
pagtutunguhan. Wala tayong patutunguhan dito kasi nga, wala tayong patutunguhan. So, I think let's just end this conversation. I got your point.
Oh,
I do
bye.
support. I
Thank
do
you for
support you
dropping
kung yan ang
by.
advocacy
Okay,
mo.
okay.
Ay,
Can
teka,
I
kasi Kuya
speak,
Miki
Bella?
yata wanted to say
Okay,
something.
ganito, Bella. The government, sila talaga ang dapat sumusupil sa NPA. Pero hindi
Oh,
mo
ayan.
hindi mo pwedeng pigilan ang mga tao to make citizens initiative. Yung inisyatibo natin para tulungan yung gobyerno natin. Kasi in the end, sino ba ang at stake dito? Sino ba ang pinapasabog ng mga NPA? Si Keith Absalon?
Hindi naman. Yung
No.
initiative ba
Bella, wait,
nila?
wait po,
No.
Bella.
Ang
Sino ba-
initiative ba
wait,
nila
Bella,
ay
Bella,
tama?
Bella. Sino ba ang
Bella,
Yung
pinapasabog
Bella,
initiative
wait.
ba nila ay tama? That's
Bella,
yung
Bella.
initiative ba nila ay tama?
Bella, listen.
So
Listen,
kung
Bella.
kami, if we want to help the government to stop this bombing, to stop killing people, killing innocent people, if we want to help the government, you can stop us. Pangalawa, if there is a way to red tag someone without
We are
violating
just
the law,
talking about
wait.
simple
If
criticisms
there is
here.
a way,
We're talking
kunwari,
about
sinasabi mo,
someone who's
hindi
speaking against
ginagawa
the
ng mga
Duterte, and
tao.
you guys are calling us NPA.
Bella,
You guys are
if there is
normalizing
a way,
it.
kunwari,
Yes,
example,
we're
ako
normalizing
sino?
it because we do not want stupid people like you to stay in this planet.
Bakit ka
Oh, really? I am
Bella,
stupid?
Bella,
Because
Bella,
says the government I'm
Bella.
Bella,
stupid?
I'm not
Let's
Stay
not
attacking
one,
you.
kasi
stay
magkaiba
one.
tayo
I'm not
ng
attacking you.
opinion.
I'm just explaining. Why can't you listen? Why can't you listen? I'm
No,
just
I'm not gonna listen
explaining.
to you kasi
Because
iba-iba
because you
iba
know
yung
that you
sagot
are
niyo sa
wrong.
akin.
Because you
No,
know you are wrong.
Iba yung sinasabi niyo sa akin.
I'll explain another one.
Tinotolerate
Ang
nyo
sinasabi
ang
mo,
mga tao mag-accuse ng NPA.
there is a way to red tag someone without violating the law.
Si Bella.
Di ba? There is a way.
Hindi tayo Anong way ang sinasabi mo? Yung way, ang sundin natin
may
yung way ng
way to
government.
red
Hindi
tag
way niyo.
someone without violating the law. Sinasabi mo, ay dapat hindi iban natin ang red tagging kasi hindi lahat nagfa-follow ng proper red tagging.
Sinabi ko ba yun?
ibaban natin lahat
Iba
ng
natin yung red
kutsilyo
tagging?
Kasi
Sabi
may
ko
mga
nga,
tao na
i-follow natin
ginagamit
kung
ng
anong sabi ng
kutsilyo na
gobyerno.
pagsaksak ng tao.
Diyos ko.
Are we going to ban guns? Are we going to ban knives just
You're
because
not part
other
of the
people
government.
are
You're
not
not part of the
using knives
AFP para
properly?
diktahan kung anong
Are
gagawin
we
ng mga
going
tao.
to ban knives?
Laki ng mata
Are
mo,
we
wala
going
kang
to
utak.
ban knives just because some people are not using knives properly? Is that a good logic? Is that a good logic, Bella?
It's good logic for
He
you.
doesn't
So
understand. He
ngayon,
doesn't
ibaban
understand.
natin ang
Why,
bato
Bella?
kasi may mga taong
You
nang
cannot,
babato.
you
Sinabi
cannot
ko
do
ba,
this anymore.
hindi sinabi ko ba
You
na
cannot do
ibaba
this
natin
anymore,
yung
Bella.
red
Hindi na
tagging?
kaya
Mali
natin.
ang
Nasabi ko,
REDTAG kasi
i-follow
hindi lahat
natin
ng
yung
tao
protocol na
nagre-REDTAG ng
sinusunod
tama.
natin sa
So,
gobyerno.
ibaban natin lahat ng bagay na ginagawa ng ibang tao na tama pero pwede namang gawin ng tama. Are we going to do that? Kunwari, ikaw, pinantusok mo yung ballpen nung elementary ka. So, ibaban natin ang ballpen kasi not everyone is using ballpen properly.
You are you
The
are using
proper
logic na
thing is to
irrelevant.
educate
Irrelevant yung
people
logic
on
mo.
how to red tag properly, not to ban red tagging. Ngayon,
Excuse
ibaban
me,
natin
I'm
ang
not
freedom
saying
of
that we
press.
have to ban red
Hindi,
tagging.
ibaban natin ang media
Kolokoy.
kasi
No,
may
no, no,
mga
no, no.
media.
You're not explaining it to
Hindi,
me very
ibaban
well,
natin yung
Kolokoy.
media kasi may mga media na inaabuso ang pagka-media. Ibaban
Oh,
natin ang freedom of expression kasi
oh,
may nag-aabuso ng freedom of expression. Is that the right
talaga
logic,
ba?
Bella? Or are
Talaga
we
ba?
going
Bella,
to
Bella,
inform and educate everyone?
answer the point of Coco. Answer the point of
No,
Coco.
he doesn't have any
No,
point.
you
Kasi
No,
have to
you
pinapahaba
answer.
niyo yung
You have to
usapan.
answer,
I
Bella.
explain myself.
You have to
I
answer.
explain myself
Point,
You
na
have
Bella.
to
wag
You
answer,
silang
are
Bella.
getting
mag-accuse
the
ng
point.
basta-basta.
You are getting
No,
the point.
we're
So,
going to end this
ibaban
conversation.
natin
You
We're not going
understand, you
anywhere
get
here.
it, and you refuse to accept
No,
it.
no,
That's why
no,
people
no,
are
no,
calling you
no, 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 no,
stupid.
no,
it shows,
no,
Bella,
no.
na ano
No,
mo.
you have
Alam
a
mo,
nice
ang
day.
reaction mo ngayon, you are getting
You,
it. You
You
are
are
you
getting
have
getting
it.
a
it.
nice
Don't
day.
worry.
You
Yes.
have a nice
You are
day.
getting
You
it.
have a nice
Ibaban
day. You
natin
guys are not
ang
part of the
freedom of
NTEM. You
expression
guys
kasi
have no right to
naaabuso ang
normalize
freedom of
red
expression.
tagging.
Is
You
that the
should
right
tell
logic?
your people to
Is
stop
that
red
the right
tagging
logic,
people.
Bella? Is that the right logic? Ibaban natin lahat
Bye!
na naaabuso.
Bye!
Di na kaya,
Kung
di na kaya.
naaabuso ang...
Bye!
Di na kaya.
Bye! You
Bye-bye.
guys are
Have a great
nonsense!
day. Think about
Bye!
it.
You guys
Think
are
about it.
nonsense! You're not
Okay,
No,
making any
Bella, you're
bye-bye.
just
sense!
stupid,
You're
Bella.
Bye-bye.
making
I
things
know you are getting
complicated!
it. Thank
Goodbye!
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Kanina pa, sabi ko kanina, alis ka, umalis ka na agad. Sus,
Oo.
dami.